That pussy like, ah, bop, bop, bop. Oh God, oh pussy, boy, y'all, bro, y'all niggas, bro, y'all niggas, fuck you, nigga, you nigga, fucking game, that's all y'all is, nigga, bitch ass, nigga, bitch ass, nigga. Oh God, you ass. Oh God, you ass. You shut up, bitch ass, nigga.
Here is the problem with Call of Duty. Or at least, my problem with Call of Duty. I feel like the series is diving into a sea of monotony and mediocrity, which is unbelievable considering the roots that this franchise is built on. Call of Duty is not a battle royale, and there's no longer a love that goes into these campaigns. They're just so repetitive, and I'm a story mode person. Call of Duty is really the definition of a first-person shooter. There are people that have never touched a video game in their life know what Call of Duty is, and somehow the series insists on moving forward, going deeper and deeper into obscurity, and despite all that, I play it every single day. Okay. Hear me out. Call of Duty maybe isn't that bad. Hell, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is the #1 best-selling game of 2022, and I find that to be the case for every game in the series that's been released. I bought Modern Warfare 2 specifically to make this video, and I don't know why I expected the game to suck, but the truth is that it's exceptional for the casual gamer. I mean, I find myself playing a few games for an hour or so, then just getting off, and I don't know how I feel about that, because I still think the heart of this series has been gone for a while. I remember reading an article a long time ago about how Sledgehammer and Activision have new ideas and things they want to introduce in the series, but they never have time to properly flesh them out, even though the things they've mentioned sound genuinely awesome, like a co-op campaign. That would have been so awesome. Instead, recently, it seems like more of the same. Just the same game with a new coat of paint on it. I do wonder what keeps bringing the hardcore COD players and even casual first-person shooter gamers back to this series with every game. Is it the fast-paced, chaotic matches? Is it there's consistent release schedule that gets players excited for new maps and guns and game modes? Is it the satisfaction of leveling up through core gameplay because the ranking system is streamlined in a way where the progression system is ingrained with the core gameplay so it keeps players engaged grinding for that camo or skin? The thing is, I think it's all those things. Call of Duty literally defined the first-person shooter genre, so even with all that, what are the things that make this franchise less than desirable for some? For some, it's because the community can be very toxic, and the game's success causes other devs to replicate their style and sometimes philosophy. For most, it's because ever since the early Modern Warfare and Black Ops era, the games lack any real innovation and are, like I said earlier, just reskin versions of the same game, similar to like the 2K or Madden games. I feel like you saw a hint of the decline around like Black Ops 4 and Advanced Warfare, and then definitely an all-time low with Infinite Warfare, then kind of redeeming itself with World War II, and then a steady decline again. I remember when Vanguard came out and one of my friends told me to buy Vanguard. I cut ties with them immediately. Even still, those games did exceptionally well commercially. Here's the craziest thing though, I don't know any other franchise other than Call of Duty that has remained so stagnant yet unbelievably successful. And the reason is just all the things I mentioned earlier. I know it sounded like it, but this video isn't me hating on Call of Duty. Like I said, I love the franchise. I dedicate hours to the games every time I load it up. The only thing about it is the game could be so much more than what they are, which is just more of the same every year. As innovative a shooter as Call of Duty was, it's now secured its spot in the mainstream gaming landscape, so the only thing that remains is its engaging, fast-paced gameplay loop, with most games having yet to compare to the unique formula these games possess. So I guess the problem with Call of Duty has to be COD timing. For those of you unfamiliar with COD timing, let me explain it to you. You know when you're guarding an entrance because you know an enemy is going to burst through any minute, and the moment you look away or reload, they come through and kill you, and it never fails. If you play Call of Duty, this has to have happened to you every single game. It's the strangest metaphysical phenomenon that should in no way be this accurate and consistent. Activision, this has to stop. I mean, what the Okay, no, but okay, I'm sorry. Okay, no, but seriously, COD timing may be an issue, but it's not the crux of the problem. It's everything I mentioned earlier. Call of Duty is one of the best gaming franchises of all time. I just wish that somehow they are able to put more love and care into these games to breathe new life into the franchise. Because we'll still be playing them, and the COD games will continue to be the #1 best-selling games of all time. Because no matter how much we complain about their shortcomings, all we want to do is see the franchise excel beyond what we've become so used to the past couple years. I mean, come on, Sledgehammer, come on, Activision, come on, Sony, come on, PlayStation, come on, Xbox, Microsoft. I don't know who to blame, but whoever's behind this, you need to fix it, because I really want to play Call of Duty and enjoy it again. Well, I already enjoy it, but I want to do more stuff, you know. And I didn't even talk about the zombies. I guess the zombies mode is still a reason people want to play. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I'm not the biggest fan of zombies. I'm just not like it. Like once every blue moon, if my friends are like, we're playing zombies, I'll play zombies with them, but it's not something I'm consistently obsessed with. I know there are people out there that specifically buy a Call of Duty for the zombies. And, you know, 95% of people buy the game for the freaking the multiplayer, of course, and then that 1% of people buy the game just for the campaign. And I have to say, like, I'm a story mode person. Like, I am a narrative driven person. I love story based games. I pride myself on beating the campaign before hopping on any online, any multiplayer, anything, because I want to feel completed and that sort of thing. But it's recently, I haven't felt that way about the COD games. Like, I owned Vanguard, I owned World War II, I got Modern Warfare 2, like I said. I have no interest in playing Warzone. I'm interested in the campaign and the multiplayer, because just like I mentioned earlier, I hate the fact that I love this game so much, even though it's just more of the same. It's the same 4 maps on rotate, and you know, same guns, and all the guns are named the same thing for some reason, and it's interesting. It's very different. I've never had this sort of thing with the game that was so, it was like a love-hate relationship, and it's so unbelievably taxing to play, because, you know, like I said earlier, the community is its own thing, and just I just want to know what keeps us coming back to it, you know, besides all the things I mentioned. Like, there has to be something else. I feel like they got us in a chokehold, because we know, especially hardcore COD players, we know what this series can do and what the franchise is built on and what it's made out of. And, you know, I understand them wanting to be different and move forward, and like, but putting a new theme on the same game doesn't really help us, you know what I mean? And again, I don't want to sound like I'm an expert in all this. This isn't me trashing them. I am in no way no game dev, and I know the work that they put into these games, whether how hard or how not hard is still, you know, we put our money into it, and millions goes into advertising the games and marketing it, and we get it and we buy it, and everyone I know owns Call of Duty, at least one of them, you know what I mean? Even if they don't play it, we all own Call of Duty. Why do we all own Call of Duty? I would even go to a GameStop and say, hey, I'm here to buy Call of Duty, and the guy there, I know him personally, the guy there, he'll look at me crazy, like, why are you buying Call of Duty? But it's the craziest. I don't get it, and I want someone in the comments to explain it to me. Honestly though, explain it to me. Why do you love Call of Duty? Did you grow up playing it? Are you just hoping the series goes back to its roots? Hoping it does something different? I'm hoping all these things too, because I'll still be playing it, you know. I think because now this video is out, I can finally delete Modern Warfare 2 and work on other videos. If I'm being honest, I was really excited to get this video out, because I've been playing Modern Warfare 2 for the past couple of months, and this video is just now coming out, because I just couldn't stop playing it, and like, that was an actual issue, and I think that's why I was so angry in this video, and the tones kind of shifted. And anyway, I'm kind of a mess right now, but this was one of my favorite videos to make. I do love the Call of Duty franchise. I just wish they'd do more with it, breathe new life back into it. But hey, what do I know? What do you guys know? I want to know what you guys know. I want to know what you guys think. Put it down in the comments below. Please leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and I will talk to you all in the next one. Peace. I've been Buck to the Plug.
Objective, make sure.